Feathering can make selections and masks in Photoshop far more convincing. But the question remains, when should you feather and how should you do it? Let me show you how I do it. First, I'm going to make a very simple selection, simply for the purposes of demonstration here. This is a selection with no feathering. Making an adjustment layer, a mask automatically appears. Now, even though the mask is highlighted, you see the properties for the adjustment layer. Unless you click on the mask, then you see the properties for the mask itself. And using the feather slider, you can soften the edge a little or a lot. What's fantastic about this is you can come in and do a few things in Photoshop, come back to the mask, and you can change the feather. You can increase it, you can even decrease it, something you can't do with other methods. One of the things that I appreciate most about this is that you can visually preview the effect. So it's flexibility and the fact that it encourages visual thinking rather than guessing at numbers makes this the superior way to feather selections. Let me come in and compare this. If I automatically come in and put in a feather effect so that every selection I create with this tool is feathered, say 22 pixels. Well, 22 pixels in relationship to what? A 1 megabyte file with very few pixels? Or a 100 megabyte file with a lot of pixels? And very often, the quality of the contour wants to be customized for the image content, not just the resolution of the file. Here, I'm just guessing at numbers. I'm just guessing that this might be appropriately soft. I can always come back in and feather it a little bit more by blurring the mask, which is another way of feathering. If you use blur, Gaussian blur, instead of feathering the selection, you achieve the same effect. But what you can't do with either one of these is change that effect, that is, harden it later. You can come back in and increase the contrast, but you'll never get back that hard, clean, rectangular edge. So, when in doubt, or rather, let there be no doubt, that using the Properties panel and the Feather slider is a superior way to feathering selections and masks in Photoshop, and gives you not only flexibility, but also a fantastic preview. If you find this tip helpful, pass it forward, share this video, and teach this technique to your friends.